Hey there, guys. This is my review for the Chelsea Aston Villa match. It ended 2-1 in our favour. It was away from home at Villa Park. And yeah, I'm gonna get on with the lineup first. In goal, Thibaut Courtois as right back, Branislav Ivanovic as centre backs, John Terry and this time Gary Cahill instead of Kurt Zouma. I don't exactly know why Zuma didn't play. Maybe just to give Cahill another boost of confidence and just show him that he's not just sitting on the bench from now on. But I'm pretty sure Zuma will play against Everton midweek. As left back, it was Azpilicueta, obviously, as Felipe Luis is still out injured. The centre backs were Ramirez and Matic. It was a bit surprising because in the press conference on Friday, Jose said the only player that is injured is Felipe Luis, but still, Cesc Fabregas didn't even make the bench. Maybe it was just precaution, so his hamstring would have another few days to heal. But, I'm not really sure about that. Then the three behind the striker were the same, with Hazard, Oscar, and Willian. And this time it was Didier Drogba up front instead of like Remy, which I sort of understood, but didn't really work out. I will come to that later as well. So now a short review of the game. It started off very well. Hazard scored in the 7th minute after a good play by Oscar and Willian. Oscar was running on the right wing, cut inside, passed it to Willian, and Willian made a good pass through the defense. Where Hazard was running, and he finished it first time brilliantly. We didn't really continue the game like we should have. We should have gone for another goal straight away, but we didn't really attack that much in the first half. After the goal, it didn't seem like we really tried. Um, a lot of attacks we had, when we tried to attack, a lot of them broke down by failed passes. For example, by Oscar or Drogba not being able to pass the ball or keep the ball, or his first touch was just off. I don't know what was wrong with him yesterday. He didn't have a great game, to be honest. And yeah, towards the end, we start of the first half, we started to get a bit shaky. But I thought, well, a 1-0 lead. Once we score the second, we can go on and better them. But when the second half started, they started really fresh, really energetic, and they really pressed us and had a good few chances in like 2 or 3 minutes. And then from a corner, I think Okora was scored a header. I think Ivanovic should have marked him, but he wasn't there, and Okora was alone in the box. Obviously, even to a team like Aston Villa, who didn't score for a good while now, you can't give that much space. It's still a Premier League team, and a Premier League team will punish you if you give them too much space. And yeah, from that on, we started to play better. Remy came on for Drogba, and we sort of started to attack more. Willian had two good shots. Drogba, before he was substituted, almost scored in the 6-yard box, but he couldn't get there in front of the keeper. Um, yeah, we started playing a little bit better. Still not great, to be honest, but a little bit better. I think then was the goal by Ivanovic. It was very good play by Azpilicueta on the left. He went past the player, tried to cross it, but someone blocked it. It went in the face of a Aston Villa player was sitting on the floor. Then Azpilicueta just tried to sort of lob it in the box, really. The defenders couldn't get there anymore, and Ivanovic just hit a beautiful half volley with his left foot in the top corner. Beautiful goal, to be honest. And yeah, after that, we didn't really try to score more. Mikael came on for Oscar, and I have to admit, Mikael gave us a lot of stability because Ramirez, he can run, and he's not the best passer, and Matic, he's very good defensively, but when he's on the ball, sometimes I feel like when Cesc is not playing, he tries to do much to do too much himself, really. I don't really know why that is, but it just does at times. So Mikel gave us a lot of stability by keeping the ball and just put another body in there so they won't get past us. Then Cuadrado came on for Willian. Obviously, he didn't play for a very long time, so we can't really judge him just now. but he looked very fast, like very fast. He had one or two like sprints, and he was lightning. Like, I'm serious, he was lightning. Um, so yeah, that was basically it. There were like 5 minutes of extra time, which nobody understood, and then Mikel and Matic both had like small injuries. They could continue, but small injuries, and the referee just didn't give a fuck. He just thought they were time wasting. Well, maybe they were, but he doesn't know. So he has to give attention to them and let the medical staff come in, because what if they have a serious injury? Because Mikel was holding his back, and you never know what happens when you hold your back. Like, yeah, it could be the same thing that Neymar has. Obviously, it wasn't had, but obviously it wasn't. But the referee doesn't know. He's not a doctor or anything, so he should let the medical staff get on the pitch, no matter how much time is remaining and how much he thinks it's only time wasting. He can play. He can add it to the extra time later on. Like, even if it's only 5 minutes, he can play it 8 minutes then. But he has to let the medical staff get on the pitch. So yeah, that was short review of the match itself. A few things that I have to say is that we're really missing Cesc Fabregas in the middle of the park, because I I don't know, without him we're just half the team we are than what we are with him, because he gives us this ability, this stability. He gives us the creativity. He gives us everything we need to attack properly. Obviously, we are also missing Costa, but to be honest, neither Drogba nor Remy really did anything, and it wasn't down to them playing badly. It was down to not getting any sort of um like they didn't get anything like they could deal with, or they could do something with. They didn't get any good passes or anything. Drogba was almost there once, and Remy had one chance, but that wasn't a pass by our players. There was a misplaced pass by a Aston Villa defender. So yeah, I really think we need Cesc. Let's hope he's fit for the Everton match. And yeah, another player I want to mention is Oscar, because I don't know what is going on with him. He had an amazing game against Swansea. Then the game before, he assisted and scored. But since then, and like we've always criticized Schürrle for being so inconsistent. Obviously, Oscar has a higher level of inconsistency. So even when he plays badly, he's still better than Schürrle was when he was playing badly. But still, Oscar has like 2 or 3 good games in a row. Then he's like gone for the next 5 games, and you didn't even realize he was on a pitch. And yeah, a lot of people say, for example, against Man City or Liverpool, he had to defend a lot, so he couldn't shine that much going forward. Yeah, that's true. I totally agree with that. The problem is, Aston Villa didn't attack, except for the first 5 minutes of the second half. Sorry, they didn't. So that wasn't his problem. He didn't have to defend so much that he couldn't get forward. So I would try, just my personal opinion, but I would try Willian as a number 10 and Cuadrado on the right, and just try to give it a go, because it gives us even more pace. Sometimes I feel like it's a bit of a waste to have Oscar and Cesc on the pitch, because they're a similar type of players. I know that one plays number 10 and the other one plays holding midfielder, but it's still a similar type of player. And yeah, what I would do is, sometimes I feel like we should maybe play Oscar as a centre midfielder, because he defends a lot anyways, and he's decent at it, and he obviously got a good pass in him. So if Cesc is injured, I wouldn't play Ramirez there. I would play Oscar behind as a holding midfielder. But well, another thing I want to say is Ivanovic, because in the interview on BBC after the game, he said he was obviously happy about his goal, but he was not happy with his performance overall, and I have to agree with him. His performance wasn't good. He had a lot of misplaced passes, a lot of wrong positioning, but the thing is, he knows it, and he knows it himself without Jose telling him, and he said he knows what to improve and what to do better. So that's a very good sign. I really like Ivanovic. He's a good player. He's a warrior for us, and he loves the club. And yeah, so yeah, this was my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and maybe subscribe, and see you next time.